I want to I've been wanting to do this nice things for a long time. Let's roll nice things. Whoa, spilled my beer. Nick and I, whenever we have to get our driver's license taken, we decide to take fun driver's license pictures. And so we go to the DMV, show up to the DMVs, and we dress up as things that we can get away with. So starting in college, the first one I ever did, remember we got perms. In college, we got perms as a joke. We got joke perms. And after a while, they started growing out and getting kind of raggedy.
Yeah.
And one day, I just decided just to chop the shit out of it. And then I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, I got to go down, because I had to get my DMV picture taken anyway. I was like, I'm going to go down now. So this is the photo that I took. This is my Wisconsin.
Yeah. You're an organ donor.
Yeah.
As if anyone would want that guy's organs. That's okay.
Yeah. So it's it's good. Like funny
the
hairstyle,
good,
like a big puff of hair over on the side. And then so when you moved to New York, you had to get a new driver's license.
I did,
picture
yeah.
taken.
And so I decided to go to a Catholic store and get a priest collar. And while I was walking to the DMV to get this photo taken, a homeless guy that happens in New York came up and was like, "Can spare any change?" And I just kind of walked right through, and I was like, "Oh, right. He thinks I'm a priest," and I just completely crushed him by doing my normal.
I mean, you have so many stories from this driver's license.
It was nothing but trouble, honestly.
Yeah, they usually aren't good.
Yeah,
like it's funny at the time to do it, but it's more of a curse than
it
anything.
is, because every time you go to the airport, people ask you about it, and then you have a choice. You can either say, "Yes, I am a priest," or "No, I'm mocking your religion, the thing you hold dearest." And I didn't think about that at the time, but there's no good answer for that. And I've tried it both ways and gotten in trouble for both.
You are going to hell though for this alone, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like
right.
other
Assuming
reasons
there is
too,
one,
but
I
like
would be going.
Yeah. Then I got mine, and when I moved to Minnesota, then I got my picture taken. I put fake hair on. That's not my real hair.
Right.
And I took a wig and I just like chopped the shit out of it again, and then I taped it with shipping tape to the back of my head. And I went in there, got my photo taken. The guy goes, "You got tape on the back of your head." And I remember telling him, like, I didn't think of that far through, and I said, "Yeah, I ran into a door today, and those are bandages."
Oh,
so
yeah, that makes sense. Just clear bandages.
I remember as I was saying, like, I ran into a door today. I was like, how did I run into a door? Like, as I was coming out of my mouth, I realized.
With the back of my head, I just went straight like that into a door.
Yeah, I think you're up next with.
Which one was this? Oh yeah.
So
I got a Chippendales collar and the cuffs and everything for Chippendales.
Yeah.
And I was just gonna wear those shirtless into the New York DMV, and I'm like, if I get there and they say put a shirt on, it's not gonna be anything.
You could have worn a tube top, I think, because that would have technically been a shirt.
Yeah, I didn't think about that at the time.
I wore a tube top for another one.
Yeah, I should have done it because then it would have looked like I was shirtless. But instead, I bought a flesh-colored bodysuit, which in person completely matched it. You could see through it. But here you can see the hue is off.
I mean, you look like a Simpsons character.
Yeah, basically. It looked better in person.
Yeah, but then I remember when you were prepping for it, I came over to your place and you were wearing it, and it was so many great photo opportunities that day.
That's another good one. So maybe in solidarity, everyone could post a photo of them wearing a flesh-colored
Where have I seen that photo before?
It's okay, Sexual Man. Here's one I did, my second one in Minneapolis, when I lived in Minneapolis. I put a black eye on my eye.
That's good, black eye makeup.
Yeah, I was working at a magic shop at the time.
Oh, that's right.
And they taught me how to put because they also had makeup section. And so they taught me how to do it. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go get my driver's license picture taken with that. And I remember just people staring at me. Like when I went in there, just everybody stares at you when you have a black eye. So, oh yeah, this is another. So then I moved to New York. I had to get one for New York, and this I think this might be my best one
because it's got the hair, mustache, and the neck brace.
Yeah, and the facial expression and I mean the neck brace is
that's kind of got everything. Yeah.
And you can tell it's me, so I could get through the
and
TSA.
They'll just say what happened.
Exactly.
I think one time you had that one at an airport. You had the neck brace one, and then I had the priest one.
Oh, yeah.
And then you told them that we like to wrestle, and that's how you got that injury. He's like, okay, so priest and a scumbag like to wrestle. The priest didn't know his own strength. Okay, makes sense. Go ahead, fly to Tampa. So, yeah, this one, I went to a place in Brooklyn and got cornrows. I grew my hair out for 6 months, then got cornrows done.
It works.
Extremely painful. I got gold teeth made, and The cornrows, again, an awkward stage for growing out afterwards because you can't really wash your hair, so it just kind of like stung. It was so tight, and it just stung, and then they'd sort of get like loose and frayed. There's a lot of maintenance.
I mean, you wonder why you're balding. Like
Yeah, well, I was
like,
well into the hair loss.
okay, you
at this
didn't give a
point.
shit. Like you were just like,
Yeah,
all
this
right.
is like.
But then I remember like we were touring right after that too, and I feel like you were wearing. Did you wear your braids for some shows?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I wore braids for a whole when we were in St. Louis and
That's right. That's right. Okay, so then I moved to Wisconsin. I moved back to Wisconsin from New York. I had to get another one, so I went Goth on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Hot Topic. I spent way too much money at Hot Topic to get that choker, and I got a safety pin that I put through my lip. But you can't even really tell. It doesn't really read on there.
There's something. There's
Yeah,
some
kind of, but like
there.
it's so small on there that you can't really tell.
Yeah.
And then I painted my face white, and the key was what I had heard is that if you want to get away with something, go to a business or something on Friday right before they're about to close.
Right.
So I was like, I'm kind of pulling one off here because I painted my whole face white, and I'm like, I think they're probably not going to let me if I paint my face white.
Right.
And I went in right before they were closing, and the woman there was like, all right, we're all set to go. You just have to wipe off your face makeup. And
in Wisconsin too. You think they would
yes.
just let it go?
Yes, in Milwaukee, like Friday at like 4:57
They're
p.m.
doing their jobs.
And then so I went into the bathroom and I washed it off, and I'd say like, is this okay? And she'd be like, a little bit more. So then, and my argument was like, women get to wear makeup
Sure,
in their
anybody
pictures.
should be
Like,
able
why
to.
can't I? This is how I normally
Yeah.
look. And I guess they have a policy against it. So
Okay.
she said no. So I wiped it off for the most part. I got away with
You
some
still
of
look
it.
pale.
Then I moved back to New York, and I got this one. And so for this one, I wanted to remove my eyebrows.
Yeah.
Right, that was the plan. And our friend Sarah is a makeup artist, so I was like, and like Albertina wouldn't let me shave off my eyebrows. I was
Okay,
like,
that was forbidden.
I wanted to shave them off, but she's like, no, you are not shaving off your eyebrows because
Yeah.
it takes forever for them to grow back out. So Sarah put like a thing over it, and it worked out really well. And then she painted on some new eyebrows. And then I realized that I looked like Ming from Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, oh, give me the Ming haircut. So then she gave me the Ming haircut, and I was like, let's just go full Ming. This one's the worst though, because this is the one that TSA, this is the one I have currently. So I go through TSA, and they're
This one?
just, yes, this is the one.
Oh,
and
yeah.
TSA every single
They
time.
think it looks drawn on.
think I
the
drew it
license,
on.
like with a marker.
There have been times where they've called over 4 other
Yeah.
TSA agents to look at it, and then I have to mimic the smile so that they can see it's
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
My current one, I just got stopped in,
we're
too.
going to end on that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah. So, but then I had the haircut. Remember, we went to Florida. We were doing a show down in, I can't remember where, Miami, like 2 days, or maybe like a week after that.
And Sarah, the makeup artist, was there.
Yeah, and we went swimming, and I came out of the water, and you started laughing.
Yeah.
It was because I still had the bangs cut, and
Yeah, so this is you at a pool with topless models. There were
There-
topless models in this
this is like a
pool.
nude like swimming pool with like
It was like a hip
yeah,
model
yeah,
hotel.
and I looked like that.
Yeah, you look like
Mo.
a simpleton. You're
look
just
like
a
Mo.
simple.
So and then
Yeah.
here's this one. This one's like already an
So-
instant classic.
Yeah, this one is this has gotten me in trouble already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've gotten TS. I had a guy come in and he like scanned it in, and he's like, "Well, scanning in is real, but I don't think it is." And he called somebody over, and
What do you tell them as an excuse?
well, with this one, I kind of learned my lesson, and I'm like, I got dressed up for it. I got, I do kind of just admit it,
Yeah.
because it's not somebody's religion we're talking about.
VCR party.